everyone, it's me, Rhonda, otherwise known as Griffin Shale on YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to be doing a little play today with my new stencil design called Holly La La La, produced by PM Artist Studio, a wonderful mother-daughter team. They stream 4 times a week. They produce stencils and foam stamps, printables, and all kinds of fun things. So give them a look-see. I'll put the link down below. So they produce these stencils I designed for them, along with several other nice designers who come up with some really creative things that you just don't see anywhere else. So I'm just going to kind of mush this down on an empty plate. And then I'm going to be using this 5x7 over here and putting out some different colors of paint to smush them through the stencil and get some varied colors going on instead of doing a solid layer of anything. Just kind of roll it out thinly here and there. I don't really care too much about the brayer lines. Take some of the excess off. I want a thin layer so that when I add other colors, it kind of goes on top and behind of what's already there, thicker in some areas and thinner, and not thicker and thinner, but darker and lighter in different areas. I'm not letting it dry too much in between. Sometimes I will I've got a spare sheet of paper here, and put that on this 5x7 plate and kind of mush it around. Let it pick up some of those colors. And I get little scrap sheets as I go along. Yeah. Okay. Now I want, let's see. Let's do a little bit of this green gold, which is a yellowy gold. Put some of that on. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. Hope everyone's doing okay today. I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing, so if there is an awkward pause of silence where I can't think of anything to say, I'm sorry in advance. Learn as you go. Yeah, this is, what is this? Sap green, so this is a darker green. Put that in some areas here and there. Just trying to get a layered effect without taking up too much of what's already there. You do have to be careful because if you put it on too thin, it will start picking up what's already put down. And it helps if you let this dry for a bit before you start adding on more colors. And I tend to not be a patient person and let it dry, but you really should. It works better when you let it dry. So I'll give this a few minutes and then I'll come back. Okay, it's been a few minutes. This is pretty dry. So let's see. I'm going to come in with some permanent green light. I think I might have forgot to say what the other colors were. I'll list them down below. Come in and swipe this around. I'll make sure I get in as many of the areas covered as I can see. I need more paint. And then in a few minutes we'll lift it up and see what's going on. All right, get more scrap sheet. I like using these scrap sheets. I use them for all kinds of stuff. Tags, backgrounds for sayings, and just all kinds of things. I like that grungy look. I don't know what it is about it. But, yeah. Okay, we'll let this dry for just a few seconds. And then, well, I've got one little big thick spot here. I'm just going to lightly dab it up. Okay, we'll be back when it's dry. Okay, just fairly dry. It might be wet in a few places, but I'm not that worried about it. I'm going to come in with this Amsterdam, oh my God, Amsterdam Deep Gold. And put some of that on. There are a few places where it didn't get as close in the outlines, or I just want to try and make more of an outline shape. So we'll see how this goes. Always like some gold shiny. Gold shiny is good. Bronze, rose gold, silver, all the shinies. Yes, please. Okay, so we'll put this on carefully. We don't want to lift what's already there. Okay, I'm going to take the stencil off, and then we'll let it dry again. Ooh, yeah. Cool. Okay, see if I can turn this over so you can see it better. See how there's shades of greens kind of here and there, gold outline. You'll be able to see it better once we get it off the acrylic plate, but okay, we'll let that dry. Okay, this is dry now. Oops, got a loose hair on there. Happens to me all the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is something I really enjoy. I'm going to figure out which way the stencil was to begin with, just so I know for reference. I'm going to turn it around and put it down. Push on it a little bit, which is why you need to make sure the underside was dry. You don't want to push too hard, but you want contact. And then what I want to do is take, I think I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this iridescent, again, the light green. And hopefully what will happen is that it will make the design, but in a different orientation in the background. And it'll be light enough to not interfere with what's already going on, but it'll give some interest. Again, you do have to be careful because you are going over some areas where there was paint already. I can tell already I need more paint. Hurry, hurry. You don't want it to get too dry in there. Sorry. Awkward silence again. My fault. I gotta think of things to say. Should I sing? No. God, no. You don't want to hear me sing. I have a raspy voice as it is. Okay. Now we're going to take the stencil off. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That looks pretty good. So, let's flip this puppy over. And hopefully you can see through the camera where you've got the shading from the one below and then the main ones up above. Yep. Okay, we'll let this dry and then come back and pull it. We'll see what we get. Okay, this is dry now. So I'm going to come in with some titanium white. And we'll pull it from there. I really do need to work on my conversation skills. I do not know what to say. I am sorry if this is not all that interesting. Maybe I should stick with just music in these videos. I don't know. Okay. Layering on. Taking off some of the excess. I don't want it too overly saturated. All right. Oops. Try to not have those big lines in there. Okay, paper. All right. Get my bearing. Now I notice my paper is wrinkling here a bit. I can see it happening. Hopefully it'll still be okay. I don't know if there was too much paint or maybe it's a little damp here. It's almost raining. It's pretty damp for Southern California. We're not used to that, so hopefully this will be fine. We shall see. But here, I'll hold it up. Hopefully you all can get a look at what's happening between the background and a little bit of the outlining and the different colors of green. And hopefully you can see that okay. But yeah, okay, we'll come back when it's dry. Okay, this is fairly dry. Let's hope for the best. Cross your fingers. Oh, crackling edges. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.